Why do countries hold military parades? They do so to showcase their military power. For a very long time, Kremlin has been holding military parades, and people have been analyzing the weapons that they had on display, the new tanks that were rolling on the Red Square. So similarly, the show of force in Tiananmen Square also is a show of might. Many countries do it, and they do it to show that this is the kind of weaponry that they possess, which is perhaps superior to the other countries' weaponry. So that is one major aspect to show that we are a very powerful nation, politically, militarily, and economically. So this is one aspect of your might.
Military parades and exercises are meant to project the power of states. Showcasing power in such events creates the needed deterrent, which forces the opponent to think twice before starting a war. And China's parade has definitely created the desired deterrence.
People's Liberation Army, Air Force, and Navy was displayed in its full splendor. The Chinese were showcasing their military might, and they were telling the world at large that, hey, there, we have arrived on the scene, and one, you cannot mess with us. We have the necessary wherewithal to stop you, and also, if need be, we can take you on the battlefield. They had showcased all kinds of modern technology which can conceivably be seen on the battlefield. This was a world-class affair. President Trump was peeved, miffed. Actually, he wrote a very acidic tweet in which he said that I congratulate you for your Victory Day parade. My regards to Putin and Kim Jong-un, and that I know that you are conspiring against us. So this was a typical childish kind of tantrum that Trump was throwing. But President Xi Jinping was very clear. He said that it is a time for the world to choose whether they want conflict or whether they want peace, whether they want dialogue or whether they want to fight, or they want to make it a win-win situation or a zero-sum game. So he threw an open challenge to the world, and he let China's enemies know that they have the military might to do what they want to do, and that the 7 fleets that the Americans possess and that they use to project power may not be enough any longer for projecting of the American power. And another thing that the Chinese wanted to show was that they had also assembled 26 leaders of the world. There is no doubt that they are his allies. This was a show of power. It was an open way of telling China's rivals, competitors, that China is not only an industrial might, China is not only the leading economy of the world, China also has the military might to back up its progress, modern progress, its technological advancement. And it has now in fact jumped ahead of America in technology also. So this is what Xi was trying to show, that he has the military muscle to prove that he's not only economically strong, he's also militarily strong.
China is on the right side of the history, and China is unstoppable as far as his progress is concerned. And another message he came to the world, that wars doesn't solve the problems, but it is the peace which the humanity needs, and that particular path or the highway the world should march. And this particular march or parade which was held, it was the projection of the hard power of China, the soft power, which is of course the new entrant, giving the various dimensions of war, that was also showcased. So it was a week of diplomacy which took place because the SCO that was also held, and at the culmination point, this particular parade was also held. So it was the diplomacy and at the same time a show of power as well. The global south, which is led by China, it matters in the world affairs. That was the message conveyed.
The Chinese president and the Russian president welcomed North Korea's Kim Jong-un and Iran's president, giving a clear message to the Western powers that they are not afraid of the West anymore, and that they will, with their friends, they will extend their economies and strategic ties all around the global South.
But this message which was conveyed, that will conflicts cannot solve the world problems, rather it exaggerates and rather it destroys the progress. So the peaceful way of coexistence and as well as the connectivity and more so the people-to-people contact and the purpose for the free trade in the world without intimidation and without sanctions and without blocking of the ways and without blocking of the space and the air and the land, that could be the world leading towards the world peace as well as the prosperity of the whole humanity.